Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's 30 degrees in my room right now, and I don't even know what I'm still doing here. Where we at? 0 views. I'm a nobody. Well, it's not up to date. It takes a while before it is actually up to date. So let's take a look at the. Here we are. Okay. So you guys voted for. Well, most of you guys voted for uh, the Stanley Parable. There's a new version that came out, the Ultra Deluxe or something, and it came out about a month or two ago, I would say. I haven't bought that yet, so we're still here with the old one. I've done this 4 years ago or something, and I also put that on tape so you guys can watch that. It's somewhere here on a different channel. It's still on YouTube. Don't really know where it is, but yeah, I just wanted to revisit this game. It's a good game. It basically is a big mind fuck to you because you can mind fuck the narrator if you want. And yeah, don't bother with that. By the way, don't bother with that. The way I spelled idiot or the way I wrote idiot just annoys me. By the way, but yeah, I have a weird handwriting most of the time. Let's head to the game. Otherwise, we're gonna do this over and over. So here we go. We are here. The Stanley Parable. For those who don't know what this game is, it's basically yeah. What is it? What is it actually? Can I deactivate chat really quickly? And apparently it's existential horror. What? It's it might be. Let me put it that way, then I can delete chat here because otherwise we're gonna.
In a big building where he was
Here we go. We're
employee
not playing
number
horror, by the way.
427.
Don't worry about it.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had
I'll
arrived
get back
on
to
the
that,
monitor for him to
Casper.
follow.
I'll just
No
let
one
the
had
subtitles
showed
do its
up to
thing.
give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Every day of every month of every year sounds like a job IRL. Yes. This office work, yeah, it's just... I don't like office work whatsoever. I mean, at least if I can get out and do something, then that's fine with me. So, we just work here and everybody vanished. That's
All
the
of his
plot of the game.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I miss a memo?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So this game is basically all about mind fucking you. Oh. Eventually, the narrator can get annoyed with you, or mad, or upset, or disappointed. Oh wait, I can crouch too. Because you are just supposed to do what he says. I hate Mondays. Well, we all hate Mondays. Well, I actually don't. I don't really know why people hate Mondays.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
See, now you get so
but
annoyed
it didn't
already.
make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
What story? You don't even have a story you're waiting for. think this painting says leave me alone. Do you know a school shooter once gave an excuse why she shut up school was I hate Mondays? Oh. Oh, that sounds like fucked up and I want to say fun, but yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
And
he
here's
entered the door on his
where
left.
you get the choice. You can go left or right, and we're
This
going
was
right.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted
Eventually
to stop
starts
by the
belittling
employee
you and
lounge
everything.
first, just to admire it.
But yeah, we're going to the employee lounge. Yeah, in the end, we're just a number.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait, there was another one down here, right?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, we're getting back on track, boys. This is an entire different section.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Is the audio good, by the way?
From here, it's,
Does it have to be
left.
somewhat harder, or...?
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Thank you. Why the lights of this truck on, though? Oh, it's down here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Oh,
How
okay.
about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay, fine, game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fine. That was rather quick, actually.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room
No,
with all the monitors?
I wasn't watching.
Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay,
I'm just
then.
saying.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Casper says, did you break the game? No, I didn't, actually. This is supposed to all be part of the script. How the hell am I going to get over there? Like so, right? This game is a big mindfuck. That's why the title is also Mindfuck the Game. This game is literally about mindfucking the shit out of you. So this look like the back rooms, honestly. I don't know if you've seen the new meme thing, but yeah. Okay, where's the story? Is it in Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo? Your mom is a...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over
Saved by the
again.
narrator.
But it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
He's gonna break the... Eventually this is gonna break the game entirely, I think.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley knife. Oh,
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
okay. I know nothing of this backroom meme thing. I've probably been too busy with the Switch. What have you been doing on the Switch, then? When it comes to the backroom meme, if you know the SCP Foundation,
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
the backroom meme thing is basically based on SCP, and
No,
it's
wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back
It's
the
based on
other
that.
way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
yes.
Oh, no.
Oh,
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win
do you
fair
mean?
and square, and this was not one of those situations.
it is.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out
Well,
by
what can you
whatever
mean?
this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I won. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I will see you all the upcoming Tuesday. No, I'm kidding.
All
I'm kidding.
right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Okay.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I was about to curse on you. What if I annoy him again? Is there even doors here?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay, I'm sorry, narrator. I got Pokemon Legends. Arceus is my first Pokemon game since 2011, Black and White, and I've been loving it. Pokemon Legends is a good spin-off
You see?
for the main series.
The line knows where the
A line
story
TM.
is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
I completely
Okay.
agree with that.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of
Oh,
your
Becky.
subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know
I
what?
do.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
Yeah, sure,
lighten the
do that.
mood.
Copyright, 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 copyright. Please no DMCA strike. Just saying. Can we stop this?
Cut the music.
Thank you.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Ooh. Okay, so there's one over here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 658 of these grass patches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 288 of the fern patches, and there's that in it. Okay, got it. I'm getting Pokemon Violet in November when it's put as my proper gym leader and all that stuff. I'm like the originals.
Wait,
I'm not hyped
we're back at the office?
for Pokemon Violet just yet.
No.
I don't know why.
Line, you didn't know
I do know why.
The Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted
He's
you,
fired.
after everything we've been through, you... Well, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure. Let's go. I thought this was an office, but it doesn't seem to be that way.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Well, then let's see, narrator. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, not
for
you
fuck's sake.
again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
But Sword and Shield kind of fucked it up for me. Oh, he's heading out the door again. I bet it's Saturday and that's why all his co-workers are gone. He just fell asleep right after. That could be the case.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Is it annoying for anybody that I'm walking the circles the other way around?
With the
Probably is
counter-inverted
for Naomi.
reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Well, we'll see.
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Welcome to the confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's
16
really
minutes,
how
you gotta
all
be
this
kidding me.
goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Stanley dies. Nice
My
ending.
mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game
We're
to
here
keep
now.
restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Actually scared me a little bit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Shut up, Naomi. Nobody likes to know it all.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
There's no point. There's no interpunction punction whatsoever. You can jump out of here somewhere, right? You have no point. I have a ton of points. Okay, so we got the confusion ending because that's what happened just now.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Shall we
doors,
follow the
he entered
narrator?
the door on
Or
his
shall we
left.
ruin him once again? Let me know, chat. Do we follow him or do we despise him? Or let him despise us again? Ruin as always. Okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Oh, this is...
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We're gonna have a...
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
you gotta realize, you can go back here, you can go in there, you can go back there, but you can also go in here. So let's do this, shall we?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
If you are lying right now, stop. You already did this. No, 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 no. I can die right here, by the way. I can just jump off and I'm not gonna. Do not jump from the cargo lift. While this emotion will cause death penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. Wait, you die. So...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
And
in
there's
your
another
trust
two
in
endings
someone
over here.
else
You
can
can
be
jump down
difficult,
here.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that?
He hates
Because
me.
I did.
He really hates
and
my
in the
guts.
end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yes.
Skill trees?
Pokemon.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Oh, right. This is the
There we
feedback
go.
ending.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Worldwide leaderboard. Good old new in 2 seconds, of course you did. And I am at the very bottom, am I not? That red is offline. Oh. How long does it take you to get the correct door complete again?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
7.5 hours.
You wouldn't
I don't
mind
know.
taking a look at it, would you?
Could be.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
This game has a lot of endings, and you don't really know when they end.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm not gonna sit here for 4 hours doing this shit. Just let the baby die. Fuck the baby. There you go.
You heartless bastard.
Oh, what the?
Did you do it because you hate babies, or
Yes,
purely
actually.
to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see.
Uh-oh.
What do we have here?
This is the other game ending, yeah.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Isn't he going to...
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game
I can't
had
escape this,
absolutely
can I?
nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Where? Oh, here.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
Isn't it grand?
Yes.
Isn't it perfect?
Oh.
It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
Yes.
Diamond everything. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Let's go.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I like how everything is seemingly working. I mean, even the clouds are still working. Jesus, this is an old version. I don't even remember the gravel looking like that.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Before I was born. I'm older than you think, Arno.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go
I hope that's
find
Rust.
out what the hell this is.
Well, let's see what this is.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I...
Oh, he was just going to leave me here, but there was still a way for me to get out. I got out of the narrator. The Stanley Parable Alpha test. I don't even... Oh, my... Oh, there wasn't... I remember this. There was an even older version of the Stanley Parable. This is actually the second version of this game. Holy shit, where the fuck am I supposed to go? There was this version that was about 2010. You had the 2014 version, and now you have the 2022 version. So there's 3 versions, and the latest one is the Ultra Deluxe version, as they like to call it. This was the real old one. The old map and everything. I'm not even supposed to go here. So let's just head back to...
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
And the narrator's
That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Talking about your own
Oh,
narcissism, man.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Then the game is just gonna restart and
I can wait.
all over. Think that was that ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, let's take the regular route this time, so we please him for once.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
Don't worry
open
about it.
doors,
Going over
he
here
entered
now.
the door on his left.
Let's see, for 11.
Yet there was not a single person here.
Tips for not getting fired.
Feeling
Talk
a
less.
wave of disbelief,
To unbelief.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Recycle, reuse, revenge. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique, you most of all. Thanks. Next. Number of slides on this slide. A lot of slides, charts and slides, and a lot of charts. Okay, this will go on and on. Shift global market parade. Monetize free to play. Okay. Rate which charge on the same. Okay, now it's just turning me the hell off.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Fuck no. I can assure you, the broom closet ending
There was
is
nothing
brilliant.
here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
You should have... If he just doesn't give you a choice, then there's no...
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fuck all. FA means fuck. I think it means fuck all FA. Doing sweet FA. Just fuck all.
Are you,
So nothing.
are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Oh, I'll give you some explanation, alright?
You do realize there's no choice or...
Oh, well.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for
Yeah,
exploring.
but you gave me the choice by
But it didn't
be
even occur to me because
giving me the
literally,
chance to
this
open the door.
closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
He's getting mad because I'm in the closet. Wanna get out? Can't get back in there, though. I just love these step lights.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Oh, but I did get the broom closet ending a long time ago, and I did talk to my friends
Stanley
about
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Hey, hey, hey,
He
hey!
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That
Wow.
or with drug money. Also, Stanley's
Wow.
addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh, that's fine. Calling someone fat and ugly is...
Well, I've
Where
come
was-
to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the
did
responsible
technically
thing
collapse
is to
on the
alert
keyboard.
someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game
The
is
irony
not
and
lost on
insightful.
them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Eventually he just starts ignoring you again. So I think this is all that he says. Okay, let's see if I know all these things. This is duct tape. This is... I don't know what that is. That's a wrench. That's... I don't even know what the hell that... I've never seen that before in my entire life. This is a... Okay, I'm not good with tools in English, so it seems. This is a big wrench. Some type of wire. The janitor's thing and a broom. Okay. No, he's not saying anything anymore.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
No way.
I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, he's actually done for now. Oh, we can also go down.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
Fine.
upstairs to his boss's office.
I assume them.
Stepping in.
This is another ending. If if I do remember correctly. Guess something else opens up now? Executive bathroom. Why the fuck do you have an executive bathroom? Nope. Still go back into the room. Here we go. Did this change? Yeah, it did. I think that a lot is gonna change, isn't it, eventually? This really feels like the backrooms sometimes. Narrator ain't saying anything anymore, he just hates me. You are now leaving. Oh, that's exactly what I want. Escape pod bay floor 760. Very well. Do we really have to go another 6 of these? Yes, we do. Is there a way for me to sprint? No, there isn't, so it seems. Stanley can't sprint. Stanley can't jump. He can only crawl. I can't see shit, honestly. Now we're going another one up. Need to go to 760. I think we could also go downstairs, but there's no point in doing that. Because that's just the same ending. This is the new ending that opened up because of me walking through the door. Escape pod launch bay. Escape. Oh, here we go. What exactly did I escape? Nope. This one.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay. So no more recorded messages. Got it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Fine.
he
We'll
entered
do
the
his
door on
thing.
his left.
Because he wants to let us know that we're just a number at the very end.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Oh no, not again.
What?
I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Will the game teleport me now?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
How do you even
to
get up
discover
there?
not
There's
an
no
indication of
staircase anywhere.
any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. and so the boss had assigned it an Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
It sounds like something Phil Collins would do. Am I not even allowed to just...
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
The game is even hating on how fast I go through a game. Or through the game. Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like, why am I sitting down
Descending
like this
deeper
again?
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Because he
This
only just
question
realized
would
he's a
not
number.
go unanswered for long.
Let's see. The hell we know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
We do.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee.
This doesn't seem safe at all.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
No.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh,
Don't we all?
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
And I'm the only one here.
How long until detonation then? Let's say...
Is it gonna be on the screen now?
2
Yes,
minutes.
I was about to say.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was
So you
merely
deleted
in this
them
instance of the
to
story.
get me for okay.
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been
Positive
rather
aspects
amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything
Being
and
a
take
narrator.
back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean,
No.
look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley?
Will it?
That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
But that means you get the
Take a look at
control
clock,
over it.
Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
There's not really a lot for me to comment on this game because it's mainly the narrator.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There's way too many endings for me to do in one go, I
Yet
think.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Fuck
decided
off.
to go up
Let
to
me
his
in.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Because
walked
it is a great
upstairs
game.
to his boss's office.
It really is a great game. It's supposed to be mind-fucking you with every single thing that you do.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
It's quite boring to watch. Yeah, it's a lot of... I think this is more of a solo thing because of the narrator doing all the talking and me not being able to do literally anything. I think that's the problem
Stanley
here.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward, and willingly confront his death.
I agree with you that it could be boring to watch, so don't worry about it. Maybe that was the actual...
As the machine whirred into motion,
Ah.
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story.
Eric.
Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great
Oh no,
loss,
thank you for being my
but having
narrator.
the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body.
Where'd the
killing
woman
him
come from?
Instantly.
What the hell's this? The Stanley Parable, okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What the hell is this?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
How is everyone? Well, how is everyone actually? Yes. I am, it's hot. It's just hot right now. Oh, this is the credits, okay? This is the museum.
Stanley pushed the orange lever. Then he pushed the number 4.
Oh yeah, this one, I know what that ending is. Early version of the underground version. Okay. Yeah, this is literally a museum. Yeah, but I do realize that this is quite boring to watch. You just have to play this yourself if you really want to get yourself immersed in the game. This is mainly just...
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
No.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Yeah, you need...
No, perhaps not.
You need the
Sometimes
actor.
these things cannot be seen.
You need the actor
But listen
to let the narrator do his thing. And you need the narrator to let the player do his
Stop the
thing.
program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time choose.
Ouch. Play Skyrim. One day, we'll see. Rick, in a bit, we need to talk, or in a bit, not in a bit, in a while, maybe tomorrow or the day afterward, we're actually gonna have to talk about expanding to eBay. Is the game gone, or what did happen? I need to just click that. Okay, begin the game again.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
The narrator is just getting pissed off at me now. I already said it multiple times. Yeah, we need to talk
When
about
Stanley
it.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
The thing
stop by
is,
the employee
we don't do
lounge
it.
first, just to admire it.
Yes, we're gonna stop by the employee lounge again.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Fine.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I like how the game starts editing itself, so you don't do anything like this anymore, so you don't get stuck in the broom closet anymore. So they
Coming
just
to a
barricade it off.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to see what's down here. For
But
once.
Stanley just couldn't do it.
Nope.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense.
This seems familiar.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Damn it!
Why did doors close automatically
I don't have any feet.
behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
It's so
He
fucking
wasn't
hot in
going
here.
to lose
It's
his job. He
unbelievable.
wasn't crazy after all.
God damn it.
And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Fuck
So,
no.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and
Exactly.
thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
You get
While
it?
he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people.
This
in
is
their dreams,
my conversation with
of
Arno each damn
course,
time now I think about it.
this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for
When you
his
really start to think about it,
Stanley
this is
is
just a
as awake
conversation
right
between me and
now
Arno.
as he's ever been in his life.
This really is.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Hold on.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up,
Anyway,
he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing
I
the
just
buttons.
wish. Oh my god, I'm
Please.
getting tired.
It's all I want. I want my
I
apartment
just wish.
and my wife and my
If it
job.
was cold again.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
His wife?
My life is normal. I am
Wasn't
normal.
there?
Everything will be fine.
Wasn't there an ending where he went back to
I
his
am
apartment?
okay.
there's like 200,000 of these endings.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Laying on my
And
bed
although
now,
she
yeah,
would
I
soon turn to
want to
go
do the same
call
thing.
for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was
As you can see, I'm already getting
crazy.
tired.
This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body,
That's not a moment.
and then she turned and ran.
What a beautiful ending. Just in case you didn't know, it's called the Stanley Parable for a reason.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No, this couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long
Is it just me
enough,
that this
the
room is just a
answers
little
would come.
cozy?
Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now
just
it's
saying.
just a little bit closer.
It actually looks
Now
really
it's even
cozy.
closer. Here it comes. All of his co-workers were gone.
Wait,
What could it mean?
let me see if I can find it. Okay. Oh no, that's me. That's me. No, don't do that, Harley. Don't click on yourself. We can do that. We can have that. This is the last thing I'll be doing. Did I already do this? Could also be the case. Nope. Hold on. Let's see. I think I already have this achievement, so it's fucked up for me. Nope. I had this one already. No, that's fucked up then. Okay. Let's do the best ending out of all of them then.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
Yes,
it.
this is like the 6th time I'm just admiring it.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we're heading over here. No, we're heading
Stanley
over-
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want to get the 5k fine.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. This was a... yeah, it was nice to revisit this game. I do realize that this... that this specific... just saying... that this specific game requires a lot of me not talking and the narrator doing his thing. Like Naomi said, it's best if you just do it by yourself, but watching it's kind of meh. Yeah, I can agree with Naomi on that one. I'll be in my bed. Well, I'll join you in a bit, Rick. Have a good night. But yeah, it's just that this game is decent. It's a great game, honestly. I can't speak any negative words about it. But the thing is, just watching this, I don't think it's about the player with the narrator. That's what it is. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Then don't read it. But yeah, when it comes to it, this game or some games just have to be played to be for you to be able to tell how good it is. And also, you see these red boxes over here. Nice. This is a Darkrai Astral Radiance booster box. I think I got these ones for free with about 2,000 cards. So yeah, there you go. You can go sit there. I'm gonna have to fix all of them and sort them out, and I'll be doing that when I have the time someday. I don't know what it's gonna be. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Upcoming Tuesday will be another Stardew stream. Upcoming Thursday will be a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky stream, and upcoming Sunday, of course, you know. Thank you for this week. It's fucking hot, and I'm about to be going. So bye bye.